I don't have anything new to say on them. Facundo, how do you feel about the team's reaction to letting in that last minute uh, winner? I
What do you mean?
don't know.
Bit
Them
theatrical,
How you
maybe.
felt about it?
dropping to the ground because you conceded with the last kick of a game. Did we watch what they did before all that? What did all of them do? They all literally jumped in front of the ball to try and go block it several
Except for the
times.
captain.
I saw one guy ice skating at the top of the box.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
These are
not
all
going to have
things
a
I've
question
harped
on
on
mentality.
before.
I watch these guys play every week. I understand the mentality thing is just kind of like a rage bait thing, and I'm falling for it right now. Um,
yeah, let's get into that.
but
Uh,
I think this team has the mentality. Again, they're fucking shattered, bro. They've literally this team keeps getting hurt. Declan
Oh, I
Rice has not
know.
had a break. Timber hasn't had a fucking break. A lot of these guys are getting back from injury. Trossard couldn't even play a full 45 fucking minutes. He literally comes in the second half and has to get subbed off because he has on a minute restriction. Um, so I just want to see these guys get healthy, and then we can figure out what happens at the end. I'm not here to say that they're going to win the league and all this stuff, but I would just like to see them get healthy and see what the hell happens because I'm not thinking about a title race in December. Like get to March and April and see where you are. I think that's what determines if you're in a title race. I always talk to Grant. Get to December, get to Boxing Day, see where you're at. If you're in the top 3, you're in a good position. Then if you're all there still in April or March, you're in a really good position. It's those last 10 games that matter. More than anything in the world, it's those last 10 games. So they've played at Old Trafford, they've played at Anfield, they've played at St. James's Park, they've played at Stamford Bridge, they've played at the Stadium of Light, they've played at Villa Park. They've dropped points at most of those places, but like you're not losing all of those games. You're still picking up points in an incredibly hard thing. Now, all of those people minus City have to come to you. Our game in April, that's going to mean a lot. That's when I think you should go have the attitude that I feel like they had in this Villa game where they were like, we want to go win this. And the Villa game was probably a game where it's like, hey, like, let's play calm. I think City, if you're neck and neck or you're within 3 points of each other, that's a must-win game. I don't think Villa is a must-win game, if that makes sense.
man, I'm just real happy that the 15 goal record is a lot. It's incredibly safe. I never really doubted it, but
Are we
just
talking about
seeing that
Chelsea?
pop up.
Shut up, man, please.
Listen, man, I just needed to say my piece. Okay, all right. I mean, just seeing that would really piss me off. So I'm glad that's not being talked about. But yeah, I do think, in all seriousness, Arsenal have shown a different side. I mean, I do think, to your point, Thomas, of a turn in mentality. I do think that was really the big step they had to take. Like in terms of level and quality, they have had it the past few years. They've been capable. They just haven't been able to get over the line, right? In terms of a major. I do think this team is capable, but like Facundo said, it is crazy to think about. But they haven't had this team fit together the entire year as a unit and integrating new players. I think that will come with time. But yeah, I
And
mean,
they still have conceded the least goals in the league with all
right,
their defensive
right. The
injuries.
defense is
Like,
fantastic. The defense has been
yeah,
fantastic.
We've given
Never
half
really
of
been a
our goals
question.
away.
And I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I think Havertz is a huge addition when he comes back. I think maybe that's more of
He's
a
seen the light.
I think it's more of a
He's
statement on
seen the
the
light.
levels Gyökeres has showed since coming into the team. Not that I ever watched him play all the time, but I kind of how I felt this would play out is exactly how it's playing out. Where yes, he'll be able to nab goals, he'll end up with a decent tally, but he's not giving you that impact you're looking for in the games you need him. And yeah, Havertz, for all the flaws he has as a player, and we do not have all day, he does get a lot of players involved. And I think the way Arsenal like to play, that's way more intuitive to success than what Gyökeres gives you. So with him, you're really just banking on a goal, right?
Yeah,
And
but
that's
he doesn't create his own goals, and we've talked about it. They're lacking to create for that position. So that Havertz makes sense in my opinion.
yeah. I
it's
don't.
it's options, right? Like I do think Facundo made a good point about like the ball kind of gets stagnant on the right side when Odegaard's playing. Like that's something that I've been a believer of for years now. But I think obviously you have Eze in the side. Declan, he has more room to roam now with Zubamendi there. Like, whether or not Gyökeres is affecting the game, I don't think that matters. That's not really what Arsenal has needed over these past few seasons. They need a guy that gets the ball in the back of the net. So, and I know everybody, like, not to bring up Salah again, but like, you get a goal at the end of the match, nobody gives a shit, right? Like, the difference between 1-1 and 2-1, like, that's what Arsenal's been missing. And so, I mean, there's still plenty more games. What, Gyökeres only has like 4, which isn't that much. It's not that little. At the same time, I don't know. I just think with him, Havertz, Marino, you just have kind of different options in different matches. Like, they'll piece it together. They'll have enough in that position.
They're two very different profiles, but I don't agree with the point that he's not getting service. Look at the ball Declan puts in at the end of the game, and you're not making the run as the 9.
No, yeah. I think there's, that's
he's
fair.
not been great, but I also don't expect him to be good when he's just now coming back from injury, and I've already seen him with a preseason still look slow. So clearly this is a player that
He
needs
looks
a
a
run
little
of
fat.
games.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
he looks a little fat.
He doesn't look
Worked on Luca.
as fast as he used to, and I think that's my thing, is like, you're not getting separation, which is my concern. I do, to Thomas's point, do think he helps the team by bringing in 2 center backs. I've never seen C.O.C have this much space in my life. In the past 3 seasons, I've seen him get double teamed every game. With Gyökeres, he gets that space because the center backs have to double team him, because he can bully at least one person one time and score, and that's the difference. If you don't let him score, then you're trying to see what everybody else can do. But yeah, I don't think he's been that great. I'd rather have Kai. I've been saying this, but
You have.
yeah, I mean, we play well with Marino at the 9. I think that says a lot about how good this team is. It's just get healthy. That's it. That's my only wish.
What are you seeing as the guy in the rearview mirror, right? Trying to get past this. That's what
I mean,
that's what the goal is.
there's really nothing new for me to say. If Facundo thinks the mentality has changed, then who am I to say that it hasn't? And to his point, it is December 8th when we're recording this. Season doesn't end till about late May.
Hey, both of
Early
Liverpool's
June.
Premier League titles were wrapped up in December. Like, you guys just got to get
because
better.
you guys are lucky pool. But yeah, I do think it's a bit early to say anything just because of one loss to Aston Villa. Again, to Facundo's point, we lost to Aston Villa, so it's not the end of the world. But historically, not even talking about Arsenal, when we're breathing down a team's neck at the top of the table, it ends in our favor. So that's where my head's at. I'm not really too worried about that as long as our guys can maintain the mentality that we've had. Minus maybe the last year, then I think we're fine. But I think that says a lot to Arsenal. Like, we don't know if that mentality's changed until they can go get that title. So I don't want to say that they don't have it, because I can't really say that. But until I see them lift the trophy at the end of the season, I'm not convinced.
I think the other thing too, and like, obviously Rodri is a huge X factor for you all, right? Like, obviously you all dropped your form last season. This is a different iteration of a City team. So where I do agree, City's breathing down your neck, it's the badge, it's Pep, you still have world-class players, and most people are going to back you to do it. I'm not sure it's as cut and dry as just to say, oh, City have this one locked up, because it's a different side, to where, yes, Arsenal haven't finished at the top of the table, but these past 2-3 seasons they've been right there. And with us falling back now, this current Arsenal side is kind of the ones with the ace up their sleeves, in the standpoint of they've kind of been the ones here. Like, they're kind of at the top. They're at the head of the table in that sense, which is really weird to say. I'm surprised I'm saying it myself. Trust me. I think it will be a great battle down the line, but I mean, Arsenal's been trying for 5 seasons. Like, that matters. I look at Liverpool. We tried against you guys, what, four titles in a row before we won ours. Like, I don't know. It'll be neck and neck, no doubt.
Man,
Yeah.
it's early to your point. It's weird because like muscle memory almost tells you like there is one ending to how this goes. There's one ending to the story, but it is a new city. Um,
And that, yeah.
yeah,
I don't think my point was that I think it's done and dusted. We're gonna win it, but that's just where my head is at.
Yeah.
Normally, that's what's gonna happen. Normally, Arsenal are gonna drop down. They're gonna bottle it in a way. But that's the main thing. I think it comes down less to the technical ability of our squads. I think both of our squads have the ability to go win the Premier League, but it really is about the mentality of both of our teams. And if we can keep that mentality that Pep's instilled, then we're in a good position. But if Arsenal can break the bad habits that they've had in some of the other years and can get a bit of luck with the injuries, like Fakuna was saying, then they definitely have a great chance.
it's a war of attrition. I think that you got to stay fit. Like that's the number one thing because both teams are just one injury away from you're on a completely different path now, right? It just changes everything. Like that's just where we are, and with the amount of injuries that we are seeing, you can't really say you're exempt. So I think that's really what's important is just staying healthy. To Facundo's point, like March, April, then you could keep your eye on it. But I think both of you guys are kind of in the right state of mind of like, yeah, you guys just need to keep your heads down, do your job, and then if you end up where you think you should end up, it's time to really push because that's when it matters. So I'm excited to see this play out. It's just disappointing we're not involved.
Agreed.